Hey Internet, welcome to Why Am I Watching This? My name is Kyle Mustang, and this is my first video that I've done in 10 months. I've had a lot going on in my life. I finished grad school and I moved back to my hometown, and I've had to start a couple new jobs. So there's just been a lot going on. Getting reacclimated to this area. This whole project kind of got pushed back to the back burner. But here I am, I'm back, and I'm hoping to get this back on the roll. And anyway, it's been quite a trip living in my hometown. I haven't lived here for 12 years, so it's different. I've been thinking for a while about if my life were a Lifetime original movie, because it seems to be like the premise of so many Lifetime original movies, where a woman, like a high-powered attorney or, a workaholic, woman of some sort, like, not that I'm a workaholic by any means, moves back to her hometown and gets back to her roots, and then, meets, either she meets a guy who she kind of ignored in high school, and then he suddenly became a hottie in his adulthood, or she meets the new town doctor or veterinarian or whatever, and they hook up, So neither of those things have happened to me so far. I'm sad to say. Actually, if anything, this town is quite the drought for prospective partners and what I'm looking for, at least. But I think there's kind of a general gist that for everyone it kind of sucks. But anyway. I'm happy to be back, and it's been fun. And let's get this show on the road then. This week's movie is Acceptance, with Mae Whitman and Joan Cusack and Kirsten Warren. It follows Taylor Rockefeller and her group of friends, who are all stressing out over their college acceptance. But as we'll find out, acceptance, the title, applies to larger acceptance as well. You may recognize Mae Whitman from the TV show Parenthood, or the movie Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. She also played Anne, aka Egg, in Arrested Development. Her track record is pretty impeccable, and she's easily one of my favorite young actresses working today. The opening line of the movie goes, when people think of high school, they think of proms and blah blah blah,
When you think about high school, you think about proms and friends and fun. When actually, we're all just a bunch of overachieving, over-caffeinated 17-year-olds studying 24/7 and freaking out about getting into college.
But when I think of high school, I think of misery, and misery, and misery. And I was there for 3.5 years, so half misery for the half year.
Gregorinos for the first name of Russian author. That's right, I said free. Step right up. A Russian author, anyone.
Nabokov, Dostoevsky, Chekhov, Pasternak.
Pasternak! Pasternak! Excellent! Yes. Well played.
So I know my Russian authors.
Right away we know Taylor Rockefeller is smart because she can list off 4 Russian novelists. Therefore she must get into college. I hope they offer Wikipedia studies as a major. You might have noticed that I moved. I don't have the big table anymore, but on the upside, this is a lot easier to knock over. She also has a quirky hobby of stealing people's mail. You heard me right. Because she's so sure that she's not going to get into college, she doesn't want anyone to get in. So she's been going around stealing all of her classmates' mail. One pet peeve of mine is when schools look clean in movies. Look at the background there. Look how everything looks like it just got a fresh coat of paint. Have you been inside a school recently? Even the nice ones are filthy. Oscar nominee Joan Cusack plays Taylor's snobby, alcoholic, and kinda racist mother. She's delusional about their family's connection to the Rockefeller lineage, and insists that Taylor belongs at Yale. Cusack is all over the place in this movie. She's reliably funny and even a little sinister. The B-story of the film takes place at the fictional Yates College, where the dean wears cardigans to faculty meetings. Check out that photo in the background with the founder shaking hands with a squirrel. Details like that make my day. We're informed that Yates has sprung to the top 50 colleges because of a computer error, and now all the kids with the pumped up kicks better run from the bullets. I know the kids with the pumped up kicks better run. Run from my bullets back. I'm on camera. Yeah. Just go with it. Just go with it. The three main kids in this movie, Taylor, Harry, and Maya, all used to be good friends until they all started stressing about college acceptance. Now, I don't remember being this stressed about college. Maybe I was more seat of the pants, maybe I wasn't in the top of my class like some of these kids are, but when it came to applying to colleges, I just kind of felt like I was flinging my life into the wind and I was going to see where it landed. After all, I am also part of the generation that's now starting to look back and wishing we hadn't wasted all that time and money on college. I think nowadays, the only reason to go to college is if you have something you're really passionate about. If there's a degree you want to get, or an area of research or something that you want to go into that you have your heart set on. But I think most people nowadays go to college to get away from their parents and to meet new people, which I think you can accomplish the exact same thing and save yourself and your parents a lot of money if you just move to a different city and get a job or an internship, or there's always enlisting. I know, it's a little old school, but at least they pay you. Hey Internet, again, if there's a sudden jump in the show, I think I did the first page of my script and then had to run to my nephew's birthday party where I engaged in a massive water gun fight with a bunch of 5 and 6 year olds and anyway, I probably have a little bit more sun. My hair has pond water in it now. I'm leaving it because I think it looks better than it did before. So we'll just wrap up the rest of the show now. But yeah, I definitely, if you were paying attention before, there's a radical difference in my appearance. But let's get going. Jonathan Keltz from Entourage in 21 and Over plays Harry, her buttoned-up ex-BF who is obsessed with getting into Harvard.
Look what I came up with. It's genius. It's a spreadsheet calculating my odds of getting into Harvard.
Harry and Taylor actually have the reverse problem. As in, Taylor's mom wants her to get into an Ivy League school, but Taylor wants to get into a small liberal arts college. Harry is obsessed with getting into an Ivy League college, but his mom wants him to get into her pants. Kirsten Warren, a character actress who always plays crazy bitches, is cast as Harry's mother, whom I swear is flirting with her own son throughout the movie. Check these clips out.
A star for my star. Has much to do with us leaving home. A sad/happy time for all of us.
That was an inside the leg grab. Moms should not be touching the insides of their son's thighs. For me, the first time I saw this movie, I picked up on that early, and then that kind of became my running joke throughout the movie, was that she's flirting with the actor who's playing her son. Something is going on there. And it was fun for me because in every word that came out of her mouth to Harry became a double entendre.
A star for my star.
Character actor Mark Moses plays Taylor's father. You may recognize him from Desperate Housewives and Mad Men. The reason Joan Cusack's character is all fucked up in the head is because her husband has been elusive. He reappears in the Rockefellers' lives only for a day at a time, then disappears again. That's when Taylor starts to really lose it, in the form of self-mutilation. Now this was an unexpected turn for what otherwise seemed like a typical teen comedy. I thought the movie might delve deeper into Taylor's cutting, but we only see her do it twice. Maya catches her doing it, tells her mother, and then next thing we know, she has one psychiatrist meeting, and then boom, she's cured.
So, the cutting. You know, it's just something that you do when you're feeling bad, hanging out with the wrong crowd.
Have you cut yourself recently?
No. You can check.
I'm vexed about the movie's casual treatment of a behavior that can become a severe problem. The movie handles it like it's no big deal. And you know what? I'm kind of okay with that. Things like self-mutilation and eating disorders and suicidal thoughts are considered dark and taboo by our society. But at the same time, they're also incredibly common. So why do we have to be so hush-hush about it? Why don't we just talk about them in a normative fashion? Because they are incredibly common. So yeah, if you cut yourself, it could lead to potentially severe problems. But at the same time, it's also really, really common. And that's how this movie handles that. And it's like, cool, let's just move on. There's a subplot about the interim dean of admissions having office sex with a colleague. It's like they wanted to throw in some sex or for whatever reason to represent adulthood. Like, yeah, kids, once you hit adulthood, you don't have to wait for your parents to leave the house anymore. You can just do it in your office. Why is Maya's dad running through the amphitheater? Was that really the shortest route to the parking lot? The English teacher is named Mr. Joyce, as in the famous Irish author James Joyce. Why didn't they just call him Mr. Shakespeare? Is the science teacher Mr. Einstein? I haven't checked, but maybe Maya's swim coach is named Mr. Water. Or better yet, Mr. H2O. Maya's supposedly inappropriate relationship with her English teacher is treated in the same fashion as Taylor's cutting. After Mr. Joyce is shit-canned for being caught hugging one of his students, Maya goes on an anger-eating binge, which I think is fun to watch. Check this out. Fucking anger-eating, man.
Are you okay to drive? Now? Test.
Taylor writes her college entrance essay in the form of a letter to Mother Teresa.
Taylor Rockefeller. Her essay? I want to slit my wrist.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
How anyone can make Mother Teresa sound so depressing.
Yeah, that was kind of the point. You heard it here, kids. If you want to get into college, write a great essay. There's a scene of all the kids running out of school so they can get home to read their college acceptance letters. What the fuck? It's not like there's such a thing as college acceptance letter day. Or maybe there should be. How could you not love Mae Whitman? Come on! Just look at this face. Look at that face. Look at the face. What the fuck is this? Harry has a rival in Justin Smelling, the other classmate who's trying to get into Harvard. Justin has perfect SATs, and for some reason the writer decides to have him hit by a car by the end of the movie. I didn't get this at first, but Justin is played by Rob Mays, who would go on to play the titular character in John Dies at the End, which is based on a book, which was the most fun book I've read in a long time. I suggest you check them both out.
Run along, you plebeian scum, and fetch us our application results.
Because its tone is all over the place, I can't give this movie a perfect score, but it has its charm, so I'm giving Acceptance 4 Mother Teresas out of 5.